Good evening and welcome to the People's Proletarian Petroleum Prefecture, Workers and Resources, Soviet Republic. Installment 18. This contains boards, planks, call them what you will. They are in hard demand right now and very short supply, since we can't really get. The thing is, I have the wood cutting post, but apparently they need electricity. Yes, to operate. And to get them electricity I need boards because I need to build a substation. So had to import last ship here ever of importing boards, maybe. Could you have you do something more useful? We're full on prefab panels, but bricks. I already have. Don't I have a specified dedicated ship for bricks? I used to. I think it was this one. It is. If that's the case, that's the purpose now to something else that does steel and mechanical components and electrical components. Wouldn't you know it? I use a lot of those, right? Lots. And they're real cheap too, but we have money now. Yes, and we still don't have this because we still don't have the boards. But soon, very soon, we'll have the Volgobalt. And actually quite a bit of money to load it up with stuff. Speaking of stuff, this stuff out here was not that hard to make or fix. Well, we haven't seen that quite yet, but it seems to be going strong. The pipes are finished. These, of course, will also need planks. No, they're just waiting for. Why isn't there a worker mechanism here then? This horse is without boards. Yes. You're going to get your boards from our internal the sawmill for now. Yeah, we can send the truck away. This is torture waiting for this. Took an age, but now we have boards there. We have maybe even boards. We have boards on a tiny little truck here to go into an unfinished pipeline. A pipeline. Oops! Stop. Pardon the mistake. That would not have been possible then if this was in vanilla. Was it this one? Which one? Yes. Only constructing. What can I do? I misclicked. Was it? It wasn't that much. Say. Things happen. Accidents happen. After all. But the track record is pretty good for keeping off the auto importing and auto building of things. There's one segment of heating pipe and something. And one of those that is not possible to reach. Nice looking at this conveyor. Yes, it makes looks cool and everything, but this one dumper that we have going back and forth here it is. It can handle this. Our demand for gravel over time with such a large buffer, a decent buffer of 2,000 tons. That's apparently what we can make reasonable use of. We still have a mud road here for you to drive on this side. And on the other side they have a nice unloading thing and everything. Yes. But it works. Don't fix it if it works. Boards. Anyway, you're heading there. Very good. Again, no more boards. That was the last one of them. You said. Yes, then forbid this resource. What should we buy instead? Steel. Seem to be a bit obsessed about this steel business. Yes, but it's good to have around. Carry only this resource. Yes. Meanwhile, this is how this works. So we have to import the gravel too, since there isn't a goddamn rock around. I have not been able to spot a rock, a single thing that you could quarry. Here. It's just swamp, dirt and mud. On the other side, there are rocks. Where's that iron mine? Here's an iron mine planned. And wasn't there there is a tiny border post here. Tiny. Doesn't even have a railroad track or anything. But although the river might be navigable for reasonably sized ships, maybe. Yes. Have they done? They have not fixed it. It's not complete. But they are. Yes, almost everyone is working on it. No construction off it has path to this construction. Right. Upgrading roads here. Why isn't this happening? You don't have. So what's going on? It's because he decided to upgrade this and apparently forgot about it. And there isn't an alternate. There isn't an alternate way in. If we can't get an alternate way in, this might be too steep. Yes, but we have a tool for just such an occasion. See? It's called the terrain smooth. It's still not an insignificant amount of altitude to traverse, but there it is. That was not what the point was with this. No, the point was to build a mud road, so a dirt road here, so that we could, or mud road probably, since it is so swampy. Although maybe it's permafrost here, it's frozen all the time, but it's very easy to manipulate. Better not think too closely about those things. Now you can start building that road so you can eventually continue on the large, medium ship dock. What were you getting? 200 kilograms of electronics. That's worth the trip, surely. It's because I've set the distribution offices to such a high threshold, I think. If you set them lower, it will take longer for these two things to go. But I still think that they load the truck up to a pretty good amount. So you still fill up the storage every now and then, even though it isn't set to keep it at 80 or 90%. This is set maybe too low. Although it is working. To say about don't fix if it works. No one is unable to get electronics. No, the only thing that they're lacking is the church thing, and that's how it is. Average age is pretty high. 76 across the nation, 70 around here, and 67 right there. That's not very good. But over here, very healthy 86-year-old we get to become. On average, that is. Now, you ought to have electricity. Oh, yes, now you're working. Wood storage needs workers to fell trees. Wood storage is almost full. Yes, it's time to set the truck going. Wasn't that? I was supposed to do that a while back. Where is it? Is that the road vehicle depot? Here it is. This road is very questionable, but you better not touch it. Go and fuel up. Still the only gas station in the land. This one thing. Why did they leave with so much wood on them? I don't know, but this will now go down to the sawmill. Go. And ta-da, we have boards that we made ourselves. We'd like to put them here. And assign the construction officers to do. We still have, now we have imported boards. We must use these first before we use our own. These were not free. Oh, but we have money now. Yes, but these were not free. In any case. No resources, missing wood. How can you missing wood? Truck has not been successful in unloading or... Yes, it's just very quick. It's a process. This one is going on. Great, we have boards. And this construction can run without boards. Okay. Good thing that we're working on it. You can also store export boards now, all of a sudden. Yes, great. Other than boards, how does it look here? We have a bit of steel prefab panels. It's a bit tiny, small, this. Have maybe a larger storage inland. Somewhere here around. Yes, it is quite annoying. This, I mean, this is, yeah, but the Volgobalt will also be a storage space of her own. Are you able to work on this yet? Yes, you are. Great. Are you sending? You're sending vehicles again. Do it. I'm afraid this is just outside of the reach of the fire station. It is not inspiring with confidence what it is showing. But right now it is completely cut off here, but it wasn't showing green before neither. Although, really, at least this part of the harbor, how flammable is that? Really, it is concrete in water. Yes. Damn it, you will have to bring a lot of flammable stuff to start a fire here. And this is not even a pumping harbor. This is just a ship dock. It's finished. Why did you know it? Anything from the west? Container liner. Not what we're into. Let's see here now. We've been talking about this Volgobalt. It is not available any longer. What? Yes, it is. Or what's this successor of Volgobalt or larger version? 3,500 tons of steel. So, okay, this takes a whole lot more. We have money for it. Volgodon. Yeah, that's probably a good choice. We'll have a Volgodon. Very good. Now, this will be complex. Setting up the resources here. This is many things, construction materials and mostly heavy things. So we say carry only this resource and forbid this resource. Steel. Carry only this resource. No, but a lot of it. And bricks. Bricks are heavy things. We can't be bothered to make because it takes. We could bring in coal and burn that to get bricks. That's probably much cheaper. But anyway, we buy bricks, have them on the ship. Prefab panels, those are good to have. Oops, not that much. And wood we don't, and planks we don't need to bother with, and only heavy construction material on this thing. No, yes, sure. Okay. You can go to beyond the west, and then you go to the thing here. There. Have a look at you sailing away. Volgodron, was it? Yes, now we're starting to talk ship. This is a proper boat, this. We have like an entire armada almost with which all of them going on here. The fire was extinguished. That's a good thing. So that should take care of all the heavy stuff for the foreseeable future, I would think. And planks we will be making ourselves if we aren't. We're full, right? We should be putting them here. Boards. Yeah, it will fill up over time, I guess. No resources, missing wood. Yes, but it comes here. Yes, all the construction offices that we have. This is a bit... Oh, great. Yes. That one and that one. Now, we need to say that boards... Yes, you get them from here now. And same thing for you. Boards. We have them here. And you too. All of them. Oh. I have boards. There. That'll do it. Volgodron. How are you doing? Are you sailing? What's the speed of a ship like 8 knots? Okay, it is not fast. But it is this. This is a bit more this when you can come home with 2,000 tons of bricks, for example. One go. Are we talking? But I suppose the oil is would be backing up, wouldn't it? Yeah, we see we're full of fuel since the tanker thing burnt. Simply, I can't afford a flashy one. still aren't any proper tankers. It is the old thing that we had. This type, the 587 L loose. Yeah, tanker 14,000. 4.4 million rubles. S any day now. That would be nice, but we don't have that type of money. Not even close, but this is what we lost. We don't have that neither. No. But to get it out, we sort of need... Yes, we do have... I think we actually have enough dollars for the moment to send these off to the Soviets instead. And continue doing what you're doing. Otherwise, you're doing a great job here. Beyond the border Soviet, the other one. You do also go to Soviet now, and don't load. Unload and do not. Load or unload. Oh, don't get anything back with you, please. Yes, this is the old pumping harbor. We have now old pumping harbor. Yes, this is a proper pumping harbor. But there is a lot of stuff in, but we have a lot of stuff. And we just sent the ship out to buy even more. Let's build it all. Of course we should. And just hope that it all works. There's like underground things too. We got that's a bit unimportant. Such is it. Not the second. What you gonna call it? Oil refinery though. Oh, we'll keep from that. But I think we need almost everything else for this to function as it's supposed to. If it functions, we should. Yes, oil exists here. These things. Yeah, we can thank you for this. There's only one. We thank you for your service. No, there would be only one, but yeah, there are plenty. This is no point. Since I believe we have a complete pipeline. I hope we have a complete pipeline. Otherwise, this is really bad decision. There it goes. Let's see. It's it's empty. Here, it's working great, which means that we're also processing it at a quite rate. Maybe it's 88 people in oil refinery. Very good. Our internal fuel storage is flowing over. We need. We need a great ship, but it will take time to get a kind of rubles with one of those, so the two of those. There isn't anything in between. I can't afford a single thing. Cargo ships. And there isn't anything fully in tanker. 260. This I can actually afford 850 tons. We'll take it. We'll take it, and you go to old pumping harbor is still working until we get working, as long as we only have one ship in there at a time and so on. There we go, and you also go Soviet and unload. Very good. We have problem docking here as so many other ships have had. Very likely. Yes, that will be that this time around. See, we have things going on. It is very exciting, sure. Yes, we'll get some rubles. The Volgobalt ought to be coming. It is coming back. Look at it. What, it didn't get anything. It was such to unload. God damn it. Turn around. Sorry, messed up your orders, paperwork there a bit. Yes, save. Thank you so very much for watching the People's Proletarian Prefecture number 18. Good night. Good evening there, friends. The People's Proletarian Petroleum Prefecture. Game has been initialized. Volgobalt was sent back, and that's it. Nothing more exciting going on. No. Yes, we're building all of this. I actually don't think of it. Lots of stuff ought to be happening. Yes, there's all sorts of activity. Look at the roads. Actually, down to 1,000 tons in gravel. We can suck out quite a bit of gravel here now. It's you're not keeping up. No, but we build in such intermittency. So it has time to recover. Maybe this time around, though, it's perhaps a bit much. The thing is, we don't have the workforce really for this. But whatever, build it all. Everything regarding pumping harbor, and it seems to be all set here. Looks very green. This looks a bit yellow, this pipe. Yes, but it is set. Yes, that sounds great. Didn't finish the main theme. What the hell is wrong with you? I mean, I don't know. Oh, thanks. Yes. We are over 2,000 people in the land. Lovely. now that the road is finished down to the harbor. Do you recognize it? Yes, you do. This is a bit of a choke. You have to do it in annoyingly small segments. I think we should be able to not get to this one. Yes, we can. This one, I think we can get to all of them. This, by the way, we're not going to do. A dry bulk storage thing. We brought some concrete and gravel, good. It didn't come a whole long way on it. Although 7 tons of steel and 2.5 tons of mechanical components were wasted. They're going to be needed here. 21 tons, yes. We ought to have quite a bit of mechanical components, so we actually have these pipes. I think Volgobalt. I think we need to bring Volgobalt. No, it wasn't called Volgobalt. It was something different. Didn't buy the Volgobalt. After all, it was Volgodon. You're loading in this very moment. Please bring a bit of mechanical components for us too. Maybe not 1,000 tons, but yeah, sure, 178 tons. What? No, crap. That's easily done. Yes, I confirm that this is the setup I want for it. That's not what that button does. No, bricks. A few, and prefabricated paneler. That, do you get me? Yes, you get mechanical components. Very good. 105 tons of steel sounds like a small amount. 1,700 tons sounds more like it. And I think 178 tons of mechanical components ought to last us a while. That's what it is, like this, 21 tons, 42. These little pumps and things. Oh, now I cancelled. Continue. Do it. I think it's actually all working. The only thing that isn't, this should ideally be fed by a pump. The pumps are not. They're on the to-do list, but nothing's happening. Something is happening, just very, very, very slowly. 272 workdays remaining and 3 persons on site with no machinery to aid them. So it will take them a while to figure out all of this. Have a look at the warehouse. We have a good look at all the food, drink, a little bit of clothing and electronics. And since for all the pipes, a silly amount of mechanical components. Yes. But you tell me that we are now operating via pumped oil from all the way down? Yes, we are. And we have not gone through the whole buffer, but we're starting to nudge it. Very good. Fuel output source full thing is. A bit of space here, great. One of those was 4 million to get. How much? I didn't remember to look. How much was this tanker, this small tanker, loaded with fuel, as it was when it left? How much was it worth? 500,000 almost, 467,000. Okay, well, 10 round trips of that. We need more income. Yeah, well, all the bitumen is also getting shipped to the Soviets, you see. Why it's starting to stack up. Yes, get another one of those intermediate tankers. Perhaps. But you... tanker, what was your name again? How far have you gotten on your journey? A ways, but it is going to be some time. We're not ready to start. I mean, we could. I started too many constructions at the same time. But this turned out to work. And I think when all these pumps are done, we should have a loading station for both bitumen and fuel. And we should also have oil be pumped in here, perhaps. If it all works, that is... that remains to be seen. This is very good. We're down. We need to expand oil extraction. You're going to be difficult with me here. I don't think so. Do this, we have to cut off here, insert a pipe pumping thing, which adds together. Sure, and as in one of these. Underground? No. Regular. You can mirror them so the road faces the right way. Isn't that's such a big thing. It's very handy, they call it. Yes, it is. Especially when you build the correct goddamn type of pumping station. Yes, but overground adding. Thank you. I don't think there's anything preventing us from using an underground pipe over there, if we like. These are not great roads out here. This is a fire hazard. Maybe we could peel off to the main road. I'm not sure if this makes the most sense to do it like so, but this is how we did it. Pum pum. Yes, as I concluded here a while ago, rinse and repeat. This is the Soviet puzzle laying out prisoners, 6 prisoners. No one has escaped in the last couple of years. Had a few, but if you run out of, if you go empty on personnel here, they all escape immediately. No good. They're actually reasonably happy in here. Like this person, for example, 88% happy. Have an average productivity of 95%. You were unemployed yesterday and you're listening to the radio. You have 75% government loyalty. And you have university education. You should be working at the school when you get out of prison for 8.5 years sentence. What the hell did you do? The courthouse. That's not the courthouse. Nine years for serious crime. But serious crime, I think we'll be a bit more harsh on the serious crimes. Minor crime has been committed. Milomir Alexeyevich, you're spending time at the sauna, but you're listening to the radio station whilst okay, and now you're in prison. That's how it goes here. You did not get to attend your trial apparently. Do not need to. Well, it was not, perhaps not required. No. They always get very, very, very unhappy about this ending up in prison. But they get rehabilitated. You have 2% crime in you. You won't have in 1.5 years. That's a short time. You have done 9 out of 11. Sofia. Probably very dangerous here. Coming out. A university degree. Been listening to the Soviet propaganda, very poor Soviet propaganda radio broadcasting all since for 9 years, and it will be 12 before she's out. It is neutral on happiness, but it has a negative cultural influence and a 2% government loyalty influence. Wonderful. the prisoners, we actually know their government loyalty without having to install spy devices and break our citizens' integrity, privacy. 75% of these are getting this. We will become model citizens, I would think. Yes, 60%, 61%. Government loyalty here, even though we end up in prison. Just very sad about it, mostly. Yep. See, the problem is with starting so many constructions at the same time is that you don't quite know. You can't see the forest for all the trees quite. But down here it ought to be busy. Volgobalt has returned. Very good. You're supposed to wait. That's sort of the point when you have a marine storage. Volgodon. And this is all very nice. I suppose it is all very nice. What's this thing? Pumping harbor, right? We're building all that stuff. Wonder if the steel will be enough. Well, with what's on Volgodon here. Volgodon, how much? 1,400 tons. We have $0. You emptied it out. The account. We're currently getting no income in dollars neither. But we have some rubles. Is this enough to buy? Is this enough to buy Volgobalt? Perhaps. Could be. Yeah, you should get off it. I know, but it might be. But that's not the tanker. One of these that burnt down. Yes. We need to get. We have fuel. I think quite good supply. We'll send that west. That bitumen has stored up a bit too. So when the boats come back, they'll just load and go again. Yeah, everything is popping up here slowly. Very, very slowly. Did it like all in one go. Yes, I know. You said it now like 10 times already. They're starting to miss oil. We ran out. Or we caught up. How would you like to put it? We caught up with the current production capabilities out here. I should of course be doing these. Why are you not pumping? Here without power supply. That could also be a factor in why we're sort of, as I said, caught up with the oil. Maybe not so much caught up as not actually producing anything due to being out of electricity, more or less. Here for this was quite a while ago, but I should have reorganized this. Obviously left it a little bit unfinished. As it often happens. Yeah, but this is good. We'll get one more pump. 86% quality of source, very good. And we'll see what that does. It goes boop, boop, and then goes a long pipe into here. Where supposedly maybe it splits off into the heating thing somehow, someday, eventually, maybe. But it goes in here and it splits off into the other oil refinery. A second oil refinery if we ever build it. That isn't quite needed at the moment. But we have plans. We're empty on fuel for export. Wouldn't you know it? Yes, I think we must end here in the blizzard on the 11th of December. Yeah, there's nothing else for it. Thank you so much for watching. I see what happens. I mean, now it's building fancy infrastructure for large scale resource extraction and refining, and that's the next step if you want to continue, I suppose. And growing the town, growing the citizens, establishing a second town so that we can keep a fire eye over. We don't need that. We can have automated fire protection with helicopter nowadays. For remote oil fields, for example. Touch it out here. There's a fire, oil, fuel, loading, unloading. That sounds serious. Yes, but it's very close to the fire station. And you see, I'm done. Apparently, obviously. So clearly, what was this about? This was about the People's Petroleum Prefecture. Proletarian. In the Workers' Resources Soviet Republic. At no dollars and 200,000 rubles. But even though that does not look great at the moment, I think that we're doing pretty good. Yes, I conclude we're doing all right. Thank you so much for watching. Good night.